from a user standpoint, it's really difficult to keep track of good passwords, right? The average human, memory trying to remember all of these passwords and keep track of things, you tend to take shortcuts to make that easier, right? Use names of things that are common to you as a password. When you need to
Yeah.
change it, add a one or an exclamation point at the end. Um, the same guy that I was talking about in another case, he said most of the time, if I want to guess a password, what I'll do is I'll go to somebody's social media profile and I'll copy all the text off of that social media profile, and then I'll create, iterations of those words. So, if Alex has a cat name, Sparks one, so I'm going to do that with all of those words. And he said 9 times out of 10, I get in because people tend to use things that they know for their passwords. Um, they forget passwords, right? You're in this situation where, oh, I haven't logged into this site in a long time and I don't remember the password. So now I've got to go through the whole reset thing and try to figure that out. It's really challenging. Sometimes you go, oh, I remember that password. You enter it 5 times wrong and it locks you out. So now you have to go through this whole process of, getting your account unlocked and getting back into your system. And, again, the human behavior and reuse, it's predictable, right? The bad guys understand that and they know that people tend to remember easy to use passwords. On the security side, for guys like me that have jobs to do to protect people, it's that much more difficult because I've got to track when passwords have been compromised. I've got to reset those people that, have had those passwords compromised. There's, in some enterprises and companies, they have entire teams devoted just to password resets, right? So you can imagine the amount of work power that, workforce power that takes to manage that. And then you've got all of the associated technology with managing passwords and keeping things, straight and helping that enterprise function. That kind of goes into the business too, right? The business has to spend money to manage this whole password problem. And it's all things that can be devoted to other things that maybe are a better use of that sort of funding if we can come up with a better idea like password.